This is the Geekery Update with Alan and Brian. Sorry.
That was almost perfect.
So like, oh my God. This is the Geekery Update with Alan and Brian. I am Brian.
I'm Alan.
Hi.
All right. Speaking of rumors in DC, James Gunn, he's doing The Suicide Squad. And in HBO Max, they're doing these DC shows. Green Lantern show being one of them. But there's going to be a spin-off of that, a Peacemaker, which is John Cena's character in The Suicide Squad.
Honestly, I'm shocked any of us know John Cena's in the movie because we shouldn't even be able to see him.
Right?
Fred, that was for you, Fred. That one was for you. I hope you got a good laugh.
Oh, God. So they're doing a Peacemaker spinoff for HBO Max. Okay?
Right.
So the rumor was that Green Arrow would be on there. But a new Green Arrow. Not Stephen Amell. A new one. Now, let me back up for a second. There is a podcast that Michael Rosenbaum. Yeah, that's his name. Michael Rosenbaum does his podcast. And he does a YouTube channel. Michael Rosenbaum was Lex Luthor on Smallville. And then he was also he was on Guardians of the Galaxy too. He was part of the Ravagers. He was Sylvester Stallone's character. But anyway, so Michael Rosenbaum does a podcast YouTube channel, and he had Stephen Amell on there as a guest. And Stephen Amell had said how he reached out to Greg Berlanti. He's kind of the architect of the Arrowverse, and he was pretty much like, with this whole COVID thing going down, with people's filming schedules and stuff kind of being interrupted, we could come back and do another season of Arrow if you wanted to. And I think he said how Berlanti came back with it was like, that wouldn't be such a bad idea. Now, thinking about that, okay, it's like they killed him off on there, so bringing him back to life, that's going to be a story. That's going to be something to work around, and that's something that Amell had said on there was like, we could figure out a way to bring him back to life. But my thoughts on that is they turned him into another character. They turned him into the Spectre. Like, he took over the Spectre identity from Jim Corrigan, who was the original Spectre. So maybe not necessarily bring him back as Arrow, but do something where he was the Spectre. Because the Spectre's a great character there. He's
right.
a member. He's also a member of Justice League Dark with Constantine and Deadman and Zatanna. So there's that. So I think that news came first. So people were already thinking, okay, are we going to have him return as Green Arrow? So then the rumor comes up that Green Arrow is going to be on Peacemaker. So I think immediately people thought, okay, would Stephen Amell be on this? And so the rumor went into further that a different actor would be playing Green Arrow. But this is a different universe. This is DCEU. This is the Snyderverse, supposedly. So of course we would have to have a different actor to separate it from the Arrowverse. Yes, on Crisis on Infinite Earths we had Ezra Miller play the Flash on there, but they're showing that this was two different universes. So that was the rumor, that Green Arrow would be on Peacemaker and it'd be a different actor. All right, a different version of Green Arrow. I think closer to the comics, because Arrow, the TV show Arrow, was great, but they're trying to go for a whole dark Batman kind of thing, which is really what made that, and it made it interesting and made people want to watch it. But like Green Arrow in the comics is just a tad different. So the rumor went into saying that it would be more comic accurate Green Arrow. Somebody brought it to James Gunn's attention. I think it was on Twitter, and James Gunn, they had asked him to comment on that, tell him, confirm it or deny it. James Gunn's words were, "It's nonsense."
Literally, that's what he said. He shot it down.
Yeah. So that was it. That shoots it down, which disappoints me a bit because I really like that idea. I like, not saying I didn't love Stephen Amell, which I did. I like seeing different versions. I've said this before on Spider-Man. Like, if they would have had a different Spider-Man for this Kraven the Hunter movie that they were originally talking about, I would have loved that. Not that I don't like Tom Holland. I just like seeing different versions. I like seeing Ezra Miller and Grant Gustin at the same time. I liked seeing Aaron Taylor Johnson and Evan Peters as Quicksilver at the same time.
Yes.
I like seeing Ben Affleck, and I'm interested to seeing what Robert Pattinson does for Batman. I like
Vengeance. I mean, can we just really quick talk about everyone made fun of Robert Pattinson being cast as Batman? They're like, ha 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 ha, the glittering vampire is gonna be Batman. Oh my god.
And then that trailer comes out, and just shuts everybody up.
You know Matt Reeves included that Vengeance. You know he put that scene in there for Robert Pattinson to essentially give a metaphorical middle finger to everyone who doubted him. That's what that scene was for.
Right.
If you watch the YouTube reactions for that trailer, that scene is hysterical. People are like, "Ooh, ooh, ooh, oh, oh." That's literally what they do.
You got so excited there, your sound went out. Who you apologizing to?
Sorry.
Your roommate?
My dog. My dog. I think. Not my dog, my roommate's dog.
Okay. What? It upset him?
She's like, what's this noise? What's this noise?